No, drama begins. A husband goes out and he sees a nice car. He already has a good car, drivable car, a good car. The definition of good car, we talked about definition. Definition of good car is to get you from point A to point B without any hassle. That's it. But they sit together around one another. The brothers sitting together. What do you have? I have this car. What do you guys? What do you have? I have this car. It's an old car. Come on, let's update. They're giving good deals, 0%. We have good credits. We, instead of encouraging one another to be content and to have qana'ah, so why we have to be qana'ah? Why we have to be content? What will it lead to? We can spend time more with the family. Another phenomenon that we are facing as a community, don't get me wrong, it's not haram, but it's not recommended. And that is for sisters to work. Mother of a family to work is not haram. For her to gain education is not haram. قال رسول الله that it is wajib on every believer, men and women, to gain knowledge. Don't say, Shaikh said no more going to school. No, I send my wife to school also. She goes to college also, and she will finish her master's, inshallah. But we have lowered our expectation in our life. When we increase the expectation, one salary is not sufficient. We need 2 salaries. Why? Because we could have bought a couch, a set of couch, for example, for $700, but it's not a brand name. We need a brand name couch. So when people come, wow, look at your couch. Where did you buy it? Well, I bought it from the X brand name store. Wow, nice. Well, that extra money needs extra salary. And the system taught us not to be content, to have high expectation within our life, so that the sisters can also start working. Again, not haram. But I know a lot of families that one salary, a normal, decent salary, not low salary, not high salary, a normal salary, they're living their life in a very, very comfortable, good living. Islam is not against having a luxury life. No. Islam is not against having the best car, best life. No. If you can afford, good. But that shouldn't take the responsibility of the mother within the household, that she has one of the most important responsibility within household, for her to take her out from her responsibility and give her a task. Go 8 hours work and more. 8 hours of work, that's it. When we had our second kid, I also live in North America. I don't come from back some desert area. No, I also live within American country, culture and values that they have, and we have this system that we live in, same as yours, nothing different. My wife said, do you want me to work? I tell her, if you work, how much money you will get? At least half of that money has to go for daycare. I'll take a little bit more burden on my shoulder, but you stay home and you take care of the kids. This is heaven and heaven for you and I. If you upbring a good generation, it will have a satisfaction for our life in this dunya and akhirah. And na'udhu billah, if we have bad kids, we will burn every day. And I have seen families being burned every day, and they call me daily basis. They cry. We don't know what to do with our kids. When I put higher expectation within my life as far as materialistic is concerned, when the religious aspect comes, lower expectation. Salah, alhamdulillah, that's it. Can we do tasbihat Fatima al-Zahra? Brother, no time. Allah says wajibat. Tasbih Fatima al-Zahra. Salatul Ghufayla between Salat al-Maghrib and Isha. I'll do my wajibat, brother. Allah says do your wajibat. Within religious aspects of our life, low expectation. Materialistic life, highest expectation as possible. We go out and we see within the malls, we walk, nothing to do, let's just go in the mall. When the eye sees, the heart wants. Lowering expectation and being qani', having qana'ah within our life. We have to teach our kids to be content. How they will learn? They will learn it from me. If I live my life within my limit, alhamdulillah. Again, if you have a good salary that you can provide, you have paid your duties, you have been to Hajj, you pay your zakat, you pay your homes, you help the needy people, you help the Islamic centers, and you have money. Nothing wrong. Islam encourages to have a good life. But what are we compromising instead? Are we compromising our youth? Inshallah, I will mention after the session that we have Q&A and about the school, I will tell you about some of the experience of others. Quran teaches us about the experience of other nations, what they went through. Qawm Salih, Qawm Hud, Qawm Aad, Qawm Nuh, what they went through. Allah wants you not to become experienced for others. Allah wants us to learn from others' experience. But unfortunately, majority of our time, we try to experience ourselves and become for others and not learn from others' experience. Why can't we learn from others' experience? They lived this kind of lifestyle within this past couple of years. They got to dead end. Why we want to go to the same route and we're going to face dead end? Why? On what cost? Who is going to give love to our kids? A baby is born, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maternity leave, and then she goes back to work. Why? Brother, we have to provide. Lower the expectation. Nobody says to have a set high standard, and then where do our kids are learning their morality? You just heard it. As soon as the baby is born, daycare. Do you think that lady, she's going to give love to your kids the way that a mother can give love to her kids? Do you think they will see love? Find me one daycare that they will give the love the same and equal to the love of mother to her new baby born. Find me one lady that is not hers. Daycare. Mom comes home, tired, 8 hours of work. She takes the baby. How much love she can give for that hour or two. Then put the baby to sleep. Tomorrow, next day, when do they have time to spend together for the baby to learn, from the children to learn from their parents, morality? But again, that's this important concept that we have completely forgotten, which we can, if I would have dedicated one night to qana'ah, we wouldn't finish reading about the verses of Quran and the hadith of Ahl Bayt that they teach us to be qana', to be content with whatever you have. You get a little bit more? A little bit more, inshallah. A little bit more? A little bit more. We go step by step. But we are compromising our children. School, forget about school. Home, when they come also, they're always in there. I was reading a very beautiful quote today. It's the age of smartphones and 3 dots. The opposite of smart, people. We have smartphones, but the people have become, not mentioning the word. What happens to us? Why we are following the same footstep as that culture? That is not our culture. I'm not saying, again, I'll repeat myself, it's not haram for the sister to work. It's not a fatwa. If I become a marja', pray for me not to become a marja'. If I become a marja', that will be the first fatwa I'm going to give. Number 1 fatwa, no, mother should not work. They should their best work that guarantees heaven for them in this dunya. We will come and read that hadith at the end of the lecture. In this dunya and in akhirah, if they raise good generation, that should be a responsibility. Raising next generation, raising the lovers of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, raising soldiers for Imam Mahdi ajalallah ta'ala faraj al-sharif. Why not? Let's have salawat by his name. Why not? And actually, I'll give you the second fatwa also that I will give. As soon as I take the office, no cable within our house. Cable doesn't have nothing for you and I. Nothing. Bring me 1 minute show that is good for the kids to show. 1 minute from these cables that we have, unfortunately. A bundle package. We get good phone and internet and TV. No. But we just want to get rid of our kids. We think it's only about bringing them here, clothe them, and then money. When we go out, my kids have to look nice because the other guy, they went to Express or they went to Gant and they bought this brand, and our kids should also wear good brands. What happened here? I know families in this country, within America and United States, the kid is born and he is Hafidul Quran in this country. Doable. I know families that have raised children that they are religious to the highest that you can imagine within this country. It's possible. I met with the parents. I told the mother, what did you do? She said, I sacrificed my education. I sacrificed my hobby. I sacrificed everything I liked, and I spent time with my children. Right now that you see my children is giving back to the community. One of them is he finished is a graduate architect, and also is giving back to community as much as he can. A very religious person. It is doable. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring that family and will bring the family of another family that they did not raise good kids. They will say, well, you know, the environment was halal. It was all haram. Allah, we couldn't do. Allah said, okay, this family lived within your environment. Why they could have done it and you could have done it, you could have done it. High expectation in life. Lowered expectation. Right now, the school is here. I'm going to cut from everything that I really, not necessary. It's a want, not a need. My son told me I need an iPad. I told him you don't need an iPad. You want an iPad. When I see good behavior, good morals, I see you help your sister, I see you pray, then we'll talk business. You don't need an iPad. I'm going to sacrifice from all of my hobbies. I'm going to save money so I can send my kids to school. A good school. Why not? This plan should be established, inshallah, within this year. Why not? We can do it as a community. Why not? I don't have children, but I have money. I'll provide. I sponsor 5 kids. We can. But I have to lower my expectation within my life. I'm confident and I'm happy with 2005 car that I have. It's running. The engine light is not on. It's operating. It's not giving me headache every 10 minutes to the mechanic. Why do I need to go? That money that I want to go, I'm going to put for my kids. And I'm going to have the mother to play her role, her important role within the life that Allah created her for. Find me one hadith or one verse that promotes the mothers to be outside the house. Find me one. Again, I'll repeat myself. It's not haram, but if you look at the ahadith of Ahlul Bayt, it's always recommended for the mother to stay home and raise generation and raise the soldiers for our beloved Imam Mahdi ajalallah ta'ala faraj al-sharif. Let me give you two examples from the history. How many of you guys have heard about the name Kumayl ibn Ziyad al-Nakha'i? Every Thursday night we come here, we did Dua Kumayl. It's named after Kumayl ibn, son of Ziyad and Nakha'i. Do you know, and Kumayl has reached a point that he became very close companion of Imam. Imams, they have secret. He was the one who could receive the secrets of the life of Imam. Look the level that Kumayl has reached. You know, Kumayl has a brother. It's called Harith
ibn Ziyad al-Nakha'i. How many of us we have heard the name Harith ibn Ziyad al-Nakha'i? Do you know who is Harith? Harith is the guy who killed two sons of Muslim, Ibrahim and Muhammad, to get some money, brothers. Kumail ibn Ziyad al-Nakha'i and Harith ibn Ziyad al-Nakha'i. One becomes Kumail and one becomes Harith. Why? Same father. Guess what? Two different mothers. Ziyad al-Nakha'i had two wives. One gives birth to Kumail and she brings up Kumail, and one brings up Harith bin Ziyad al-Nakha'i that he kills two sons of Muslim ibn Aqil. Father is the same. Mother plays the important role in here. Mothers are working 8 hours a day. They come home, no time for love for the kids. They cook something. Let's just eat, please, just go. I have so much. Tomorrow I have to go work again. How much she can take on her shoulder. Responsibility of the children is the most important and is the heaviest and is the hardest responsibility. But Allah knows that she can do it with the love that Allah has placed in her heart. This is where I want your love to be toward your husband and toward your children. When she goes to work, when she comes home, she cannot give that much love to her husband. And how many families have been to my office and they want to get divorced because they don't have a good love relationship between wife and husband. Why? Because from the get-go they put higher expectation. We want to get married. Our hotel should be 5-star Hilton hotel and we have to spend $100,000. Why? If I don't have the money, well, in front of people they're going to say, his cousin did it this much. Their dowry was $10,000. Ours should be $12,000 at least. Their bedroom was $5,000. Our bedroom should be at least $8,000. I mean, cannot be lower than that. Materialistic life, competition. And I know we talked about it 2 years ago. Where should we compete? That's one example. Kumail ibn Ziyad and Harith ibn Ziyad. Another example. Abi Bakr, who took the Khilafah of Ali ibn Abi Talib, who sat on the minbar that didn't belong to him and did what he did. He has a son called Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr. That when Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr was killed and martyred, Imam Ali alayhi salam was shedding tears viciously. He says, Muhammad ibni min sulb Abi Bakr. He is my son, but he's from Abu Bakr. We don't have time to talk about Abu Bakr and what he did. Everybody knows about it. Taking fadak from Fatima to Zahra, this is enough for a person and the whole generation to be in hellfire. Taking fadak from Fatima to Zahra and accusing Fatima to Zahra on lying. And when Fatima to Zahra said that fadak is mine, he says to Fatima to Zahra, go and bring me witness. She goes and bring Ali ibn Abi Talib and Asma bint Umays and Fidda. He said, I don't agree. He asks Fatima to Zahra for witness. Basically, you not telling the truth. I need witness from you, Fatima to Zahra, which is infallible. But the son comes out of it, Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr, which Imam says, he is my son, but from Abu Bakr. Why? Because his mother was Asma bint Umays. Asma bint Umays raises Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr. Even though he is from the son, is the son of Abu Bakr, it's okay. He is the close companion. Imam Ali calls him my son. Imams of Ahlul Bayt, they don't exaggerate when they talk. My son. Why? Because of his morality, because of his loyalty, because of his akhlaq, because of him being there for Ali ibn Abi Talib when Ali needed him. Why? Asma bint Umays is the mother. One more example. Imam Hassan alayhi salam stands in the majlis of Muawiyah. And you know how Imam Hassan talks with Muawiyah? Read. Go read the Kitab al-Ihtijaj. See how Imam Hassan talked to Muawiyah. He tells him, your mom, the reason why Muawiyah, you are Muawiyah, because your mother is Hind and your grandmother is Nathila or Nuthayla. And they were famously known for 3 dots of Hind, who was Hind and what Hind did, and the grandmother of Muawiyah. And he proudly says, you know me, my mother is Fatima to Zahra and my grandmother is Khadija. This is what I'm proud of. Role of mother within the household. Again, lowering our expectation so we can spend time with the family. Quality time with the family. Quality time with the family. A father came to me, I will tell what happened to his son inshallah after the program. He came to me literally shedding tears. What can I do for my son at age 26 and what he got involved into? I told him, what do you think is the problem? He said, I know right now, for the first 16 years of his life, I was double shift working because I had to provide. Why? Because the wife comes with a high expectation within the life, and then that expectation has to be met. Let's put on a credit card and then we will figure out how to pay. Interest comes and work, and the cycle goes on and on and on and on. But when they say pay for the Islamic Center, difficult to pay. When they say it's time for you to register your kids for Sunday school and right now full-time school, which inshallah by the blessing of Imam Hussein and by these nights and by the night which is the night of companions that we will do masa'ib, that we will raise generation of ashab of Imam Zaman. This year we will have this school established here. It's time for us to chip in. I have my kids, I send them, I'll pay a little bit more extra money to support. That is sadaqatun jariyah. Continuous charity. One student comes out of this school and they become the companion. It's good for all of the people who have worked tirelessly in that effort. If one becomes the companion of Imam Zaman, they will say, well, this individual comes from this school. Right now, we have to be all on top of these people, question and bombard them and email them. Why is it not happening there? What can we do? How can I help? Can I give you a ride? Can I do whatever I can do? Whatever I can do. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. As much as I can do. As much as I can do. Allah doesn't need more than you cannot take. This is how much I can do. I can put $100, I'll give $100. I can guide you to some people that they can donate. I guide you to some people. I'll make a phone call. Brothers, we have this initiative starting within the community. We need to raise funds for the Islamic Center and for the school. Coming back. The importance of the role of the mother gives us one critical element in our hands. When the youth that are sitting here and they're about to go ask for the hand of a girl, to think in their mind, will she raise a soldier for Imam Mahdi or no? That becomes my main characteristic that I will see in my future spouse. Same thing for her. We talked about the responsibility of father last night. This should be the only concern that the newly wed couple that they want to get together, they have to see, does she have this characteristic to raise the soldiers for Imam Mahdi or not? If not, what is the benefit of living with her? If na'udhu billah, she will raise generations that they will be fighting against Imam Zaman. Na'udhu billah. Allah keep us completely away from those people. That should be the target. I need to find a husband. I need to find a wife that she can help me get closer to Allah and raise. Haven't we heard the story of Imam Ali alayhi salam? We just come here, listen to the stories. It has to become practical. That's why the title, the practical output of believing in Imam Mahdi, the practical output of believing in Imam Ali. Imam Ali, after Fatima al-Zahra, tells his brother Aqil, find me a woman that she will give birth and she will raise boys and generation that they will stand with my son Hussein and they will be loyal to him. He said, al-Baneen is the right lady for you, with that mindset. That should give us enough tool, enough understanding of what should we look forward. Again, I repeat myself. Lowering the expectation. Lowering the expectation. Lowering the expectation. Please do yourself a favor. After 13 nights, I'm going to go. And I will say, Allahumma anni ballaght. I said what I thought it's good for the community. If you guys took it, alhamdulillah, we can see improvement. We will see less and less and less of parents that they cry every day, they don't know what to do with the families. If not, I do my responsibility on your shoulder. It's from now on for you to do what you have learned, not from me. Who am I? From the teachings of Ahl al-Bayt and the word of Quran and the verses of Quran. Let me give you, that's from history. Let me give you one example from our people that also we know. Secular, Thomas Edison. How many of us we know Thomas Edison? And probably many of us will be back to Pakistan or Iraq. When there is no power, we do salawat for Thomas Edison that he created this. Let's have salawat for Imam al-Zaman right now. Thomas Edison, he was in school. In school, because he also had a kind of larger head than other students. And he would ask a lot of questions. The teacher said that there is no hope in you. Go read, Joe, research it, thomasedison.com. Just go read his biography. The teacher kicked him out. His mother came to school and he said, my son is not what you think he is. She took him and she homeschooled him. And he says, I owe to my mother. She was the making of me. I'm going to read his statement. She was always so true and so sure of me and always made me feel I had someone to live for and must not disappoint my mother. Thomas Edison gives credit what he did to his mother. Until we don't have school, which inshallah will be very soon that we will have the school within this community. Homeschool your kids. Homeschool them. It's difficult, I know. I've done it. I've been there, done that. Kids, what they're learning in school, and inshallah they'll give us more statistics, what they're learning, you will be amazed. I did at least about 20 to 25 hours of intense research on the subliminal messages within what they see in the movies. And some of the things that the brother said, I have seen it and I have written, these subliminal messages, how much they are bombarding our kids with these animation that they are creating. And the same thing that the Prime Minister told the Canadians, somebody from American University told my father that you are not us. Your sons are half ours, half yours, because you come from back home, they have some, but your grandkids are all ours. The important role of mother. We have oppressed our own family. When we say in dua kumail, ظَلَمْتُ نَفْسِي, we also have to say, ظَلَمْتُ نَفْسِي وَأَهْلِي. I was the one who set the standard expectation very high, and I took the mother who's supposed to give love to the children. I put her to work 8 hours and then come home, bring some money, which half of it has to go for, I don't know, daycare, whatever it is that they pay for. Let's look at Rasulullah, that we again claim to be his followers. That needs practical output. قال رسول الله أيما امرأة. Sisters, please listen. This is for the ladies specifically. أيما امرأة رفعت من بيتها من بيت زوجها شيئا من موضع إلى موضع. Any woman that she picks something within her household and she put it somewhere else, تريد بها تريد به صلاحا. She wants the house look good. She wants benefit for the family. She does something, picks one thing from one place and put it somewhere else. Either for the decoration of the house, so when the husband comes from 8 to 10 hours of work that he has done to feel comfortable, or she's cooking, whatever she does, from one place to another place, whatever that might be, تريد به صلاحا. She wants good and benevolency for the family. نظر الله عز وجل إليها. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will look at her. وَمَنْ نَظَرَ اللَّهُ إِلَيْهِ لَمْ يُعَذِّبْهُ. And the one that Allah sees, He will not punish. We have missed the scenario completely. The definition of the life and the family within our household is not the definition that Rasulullah is giving. She said, أَيُّمَا امْرَأَةٍ رَفَعَتْ مِنْ بَيْتِ زَوْجِهَا. Within the house of her husband, she moves things from there to here to be for benevolency and to be benevolent to her family. She needs good for the family. Allah will look at her. And continues. I see young couple, unfortunately, it has been delayed. Marriage, unfortunately, age of marriage, unfortunately, even to 25, 30, 35, that they have been, but some of them that they get married early, as early I mean 25 or 23, which is also late, which I said in the previous night, 18, 19, 20 is the maximum, according to teachings of Ahlul Bayt. If I'm going according to teachings of my grandfather from Pakistan and Iraq and Iran and Afghanistan and my tribe in Iraq and Afghanistan and Pakistan and Khoja community, no. According to the teachings of Ahlul Bayt, I'm talking. If she becomes pregnant, I tell them they've been married for 3 years, why don't you guys have kids? Well, brother, she wants to finish her education, and then I want to finish education, and then she finds a job, and then inshallah we're thinking to have a kid. You know, brother, in this day and age, it's too much responsibility. I don't say there's no responsibility. Bringing kids is a responsibility that Allah says through the mouth of Rasulullah. Whomever the wife, she becomes pregnant, Allah will write her al-mujahid binafsihi wa malihi fi sabilillah. The lady that she becomes pregnant from her husband, Allah writes her as a mujahid binafsihi, with her nafs, and bimalihi fi sabilillah, in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But, well, the sister is working. How can she become pregnant? Sister, she's going to school. So my wife, school, we'll go. But right now, kids are more important. For us, for my kids, alhamdulillah, the blessing of Ahlul Bayt, that everything I have is their blessing. My oldest son, he is 20 years apart from me. Right now, I'm 32, he's 12. At least we can match. And you know how many times he has appreciated for him to have a young father? He says, Dad, I was in Islamic school. I put him in Islamic school. I used to drive him 1 hour and a half in the morning to Islamic school, and then come back 1 hour and a half, 3 hours in the morning, and then afternoon, 1 hour and a half, go pick him up, and then come back. Because we don't have Islamic school in Virginia, which inshallah, by the help of Wali'as, inshallah, we will do a school in Virginia and every state and every province, inshallah, with a loud salawat, inshallah. He says, Father, I said amongst my friends, and we start talking, the one kid said, my father is like 45, the other said he's like 50, the other said he's like 35. I told him my father is only 32 years old. I am so happy. Please, Dad, don't age. I want you to be young so we can communicate. I don't want mom to age. He starts seeing me, I have white beard, and I have a lot of white hair when I grow my hair. He said, Dad, don't become old. I want you to stay young. The importance of establishing family, very young, having kids, but our priorities have changed completely. Let's read another hadith that refers to both parents. قال رسول الله محمد صلى الله عليه وآله. Let's have salawat right now. One day Rasulullah was walking, our Rasulullah, أنه نظر إلى بعض الأطفال. He was walking, he saw some kids, he started seeing the kids. فقال ويل للأولاد آخر الزمان من آبائهم. Inshallah, this hadith doesn't apply to us. Inshallah, this hadith doesn't apply to us. Inshallah, this hadith doesn't apply to us. He says, woe to the kids of Akhir al-Zaman, the end of the day, which we are living Akhir al-Zaman. Woe to the kids of Akhir al-Zaman, the end of the day, from their parents, from their fathers. Why woe, Rasulullah? What's going to happen? Are these parents non-Muslims, kuffar? فقيل يا رسول الله من آبائهم المشركين فقال لا من آبائهم المؤمنين. Woe to these kids from the parents who are believers. They were surprised. Rasulullah, what do you mean? He says, Inshallah, this verse doesn't apply to us, this hadith. He says, فَقَالَ مِنْ آبَائِهِمُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ لَا يُعَلِّمُونَهُمْ شَيْئًا مِنَ الْفَرَائِضِ. These parents of Akhir al-Zaman, they don't teach their kids about the wajibat and the muharramat. Woe to these kids from their father. Again, لَا يُعَلِّمُونَهُم. They don't teach them shay'an, anything from fara'id. I met a group of 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old boy, at least 35, 40 of them. I told them, name me usul ad-deen. They say shahada. I said, alhamdulillah. Then they said hajj, zakat, jihad, and one more thing. Habibi, where did you learn your usul ad-deen? I learned it from my history teacher in the high school. They taught us about the religion of Islam, and they taught us that usul ad-deen is shahada, zakat, salah, hajj, and jihad. Doesn't that bring shame? Doesn't that bring shame to the families who this hadith applied? لا يعلمونهم شيئا من الفرائض. They did not teach them anything. وإذ تعلموا استغفر الله. وإذ تعلموا أولادهم. If they learned, I've seen a lot of parents, again, none of us, they're not religious themselves. Alhamdulillah, all of you guys are religious. They're here. You brought your kids. May Allah bless each and every one of you. You guys came here. You brought your kids. May Allah bless you. Let's have salawat for yourself. Parents are not religious, but they want their kids to be religious. They bring them to the Islamic centers, to the Sunday school or Saturday school. They go home. The girl came to me and she's crying. Shaykh, I want to wear hijab. It's 10-year-old, 11-year-old girl. 12-year-old. I want to wear hijab, but my mom said it's too early for you because she's not wearing hijab either. And she said, you're still young. Age 10, 11, that they become baligh at age 9. But the mom is not wearing hijab. Rasulullah says, he saw, Rasulullah knows ilmul ghaib. He knows what happens. وَإِذَا تَعَلَّمُوا أَوْلَادَهُمْ مَنَعُوهُم. They say it's too early for you. How many brothers I see, can you start teaching your girl, she's 6, 7, slowly buy her different color of hijab, start teaching her about hijab. Shaykh, still she's too young. It cannot be at the age of 9 that she becomes baligh, happy birthday, right now you have to wear hijab. No, slowly she has to become to know hijab. And she has seen her mother wearing hijab. وَرَضَوْا عَنْهُمْ بِعَرْضٍ يَسِيرٍ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا فَأَنَا بَرِيءٌ مِّنْهُمْ وَهُمْ مِنِّي بُرَآء. They are satisfied with the materialistic life that they have for the kids. They disassociate themselves from me, and I disassociate myself from them. On the day of Qiyamah, if they die within this condition, I will say, I don't know these people. Rasulullah, I'm Muslim. I don't know. فَأَنَا بَرِيءٌ مِّنْهُمْ. I disassociate myself from them. They're not from me. I do all my salah. I do all my zakat, khums, hajj. I did everything, Rasulullah. Why didn't you teach your children about fara'id? I provided for them everything. Did you teach them about Hassan and Hussein and Baqir and Sajjad and Hadi? Did you teach them about the stories of Ahlul Bayt? Did you teach them Quran? Action plans. Number 1, help yourself. lower expectation within life, so you don't have to, each one of you guys work double shift for your kids to have some materialistic. Deen, it's what guarantees their future. Deen, Ahlul Bayts guarantee their future. And also, lowering expectation, not imposing. The same thing for the kids. Kids, they go to school, they see their friends are wearing Jordan shoes, they come home, Dad, I want the Jordan shoes. And they cry all night long, we need the Jordan shoes. No, normal shoes is sufficient. Don't put pressure on your father that I need this. Either this or that's it. No. I, as a father, have to teach them. Lower expectation. We're not going to buy $10 shoes, and we're not going to buy you $150 shoes. We're going to buy a decent $50, $60 shoes that is looking good and also gets you everywhere. I'm not going to fulfill that requirement of yours. Let's start. Let's ask Imam Hussein alayhi salam to bless us the new decisions that we're making, that we want to be different. We want to look after our children. We want to care about our children. We want to raise communities. We want to establish a Mahdawi family. So Imam Mahdi can say, I am proud of these people in London, Ontario. They're doing best as a community. After, inshallah, within a couple of nights, when we finish tomorrow again, a family, a Mahdawi family, and a third and fourth night, after that, how can we have a Mahdawi community? Imam Zaman can be proud of this community, that not only their center name is Imam Mahdi, they are truly, genuinely are a Mahdawi community. They're doing their best in helping one another to become the soldiers of mine. Oh Allah, because of these people, hasten my reappearance. Imam, more than us, prays for his reappearance so he can come and rescue his lovers, rescue this universe that is in bloodshed and chaos. The role of mother within the household, let's not forget it. How many mothers we have within the Battle of Karbala that they sacrificed their kids with honor and dignity, and they were proud of it. One of these mother, one of the companions of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, as a young guy by the name of Wahab, which was Nasrani. He was Muslim.
He was Nasrani, he wasn't Muslim. Wahab comes and he's traveling. Imam Hussein sees Wahab and he tells him that he's newlyweds. They're traveling. He comes and he tells him that I am Hussein ibn Ali. He teaches him about Islam. Do you want to join me? He falls in love with Imam Hussein alayhi salam. He comes and he says to his mother and his wife, you guys can go. I found my beloved. I want to join Abu Abdullah al-Hussein and I want to be with him. The mother and the wife, they said, we want to be with you. You want to sacrifice yourself for Abu Abdullah. We want to accompany Sayyida Zainab salamullah alayha and be with her. Look at this beautiful upbringing. Look at this mother and wife. We also want to sacrifice ourselves for Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. On the day of Ashura, when Wahab goes and takes permission from Imam Hussein alayhi salam, and he goes to the battlefield and he fights as a brave man. They attack Wahab and they kill him and they see his mom standing. They behead Wahab and they throw the head of Wahab in front of his mom. Look at this mother. She takes the head and she goes toward the enemy and she throws it. She says, whatever we give for the sake of Abu Abdullah and Allah, we don't want it back anymore. I sacrifice everything for Abu Abdullah. I sacrifice my family, my time, my money, everything we have. Even if we sacrifice it, we haven't done anything for Abu Abdullah Hussein. Look what they did on the day of Ashura. One companion after one companion, and the most important, and one of the most important companion, which we have heard about him many nights and many days, and we have memorized his stories. Harrabna Yazid al-Riyah. Hur comes at the night of Ashura, he completely regrets what he has done. And he comes to Imam Hussein alayhi salam, he's lowering his head. Oh Imam, forgive me. Why can we become like Hur tonight? Why can we become like Hur to our Imam? And tell Musa'ab al-Asr wa Zaman, we cannot become worse than Hur and what he did to Imam Hussein. I'm a sinful person, I know it. I confess it because of Imam Hussein that I'm here. I want you to forgive me, and Imam Hussein and Imam Zaman will forgive us. Because he's the grandson of Abu Abdullah, that he forgave Hur, which he brought him to, and he made him to be sacrificed. He says, Hur, raise your head. I don't want you to see you with your head lower. Raise your head. Hur said, I don't want to come from my horse down. I want to go. Narration tells us, and maybe Hur didn't want to face Banat al-Hussein, the daughters of Imam Hussein, because he was the one who brought them here and he didn't give them water. Hur ibn Yazid al-Riyahi was given permission by Imam Hussein to go to the battlefield. He goes and he fights as a brave man. He fights and then they surround him and they attack him from right and left. Hur ibn Yazid al-Riyahi falls on the ground. He calls his master, Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. Alayka minni salam ya Hussein. Imam runs toward Hur, runs. Hur was on the plains of Karbala. This Imam, Ra'uf, same as Imam. Oh Imam Sahib al-Asr wa Zaman, please forgive us our sin tonight. We came here to shed tears for your grandfather Abu Abdullah and what happened to him. We want you to forgive our sin the way that your grandfather forgave Hur. Imam Hussein alayhi salam came by the head of Hur ibn Yazid al-Riyahi. He took his head and he placed him in his lap and he started wiping the blood from the face of Hur. Hur takes his head and he puts it on the ground. Oh Imam, I don't deserve my head to be on your lap. Imam picks his head again. Look at this Imam. Look at the blessing of this Imam. Look how merciful is this Imam. Imam takes the head of Hur and places him one more time on his lap and he starts wiping the blood from the face of Hur for the second time and third time. Basically Hur was saying, oh Hussein, oh my Imam, right now you're putting my head on your lap. Within a couple of hours, who will be there to put your head on their lap? Your head will be decapitated and it will be on the spears. How my head can be on your lap? ألا لعنة الله على القوم الظالمين وسيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون والعاقبة للمتقين. مات حسين.